Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sir Blasphemy's Travels. I am Sir Blasphemy. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope you're washing your hands, doing all the necessary stuff that you should be doing right now. I know things are kind of easing up, but we know that the coronavirus is still on the rise, so, just be careful out there. Wear your mask, man. Keep away from people. All that good stuff. Wash your hands, of course. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are feeling well out there. Anyway, since it's locked down, normally me and my wife would be in the Scarborough Renaissance Festival right now, and we would be selling gourmet chocolate today. But of course, due to the coronavirus, everything is on lockdown. So I thought I'd take a moment today to kind of show you what we do. So we have booths at various Renaissance festivals. Sorry, tents and booths. So we're not owners of booths yet. We rent some booths at some festivals, and we have like a Renaissance style tent at others. And so we sell gourmet chocolate out of it, and we sell infused chocolate, so CBD infused chocolate. So that's kind of what we do. We were supposed to be at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival. That would have been April 4th, I think, through Memorial Day weekend, May 25th. That got canceled. We're supposed to be at the Colorado Renaissance Festival starting in mid-June to August. That got moved back to August through September, so we'll see if that plays out. We will be, hopefully, if that plays out too as well, we'll be in Houston at the Texas Renaissance Festival, the largest Renaissance festival in the country, in their new expansion area. And we'll be selling our infused chocolate there, which is extremely popular, and we'll be selling our regular chocolate. So I thought today maybe I would just kind of give you a little rundown about what we do with the chocolate, things like that, and just some little details about it, since we don't have a lot going on right now. So yeah, so what we do with our chocolate is we essentially, chocolate, especially gourmet chocolate, it's not like Hershey's chocolate. It's very, very, very delicate. And so with like milk and white chocolate, you have to keep it, when you warm up and melt down the gourmet chocolate, you have to keep it at a temperature of like 86 to 89 degrees before pouring it, so you get it perfect. If you get it too hot or it's too cold, it's hard to pour. If it's too cold, if it's too hot, it stands a good chance of blooming. And I'll show you some evidence of like blooming and things like that. Blooming is essentially their sugar bloom, where if it gets too hot, maybe in packaging, it sweats a little. And then you've got fat bloom that gets like this white kind of glaze on it, if you will, with the fat. It's just kind of some of the oils and some of the ingredients coming to the surface of the chocolate because it got too hot, or maybe it sat in a temperature that wasn't ideal for the chocolate, and so it kind of blooms a little bit. It doesn't affect the taste in any way whatsoever, but it just doesn't look as appealing. So we make the chocolate, we pour it into the molds. When we're doing like the CBD infusion, that's a real delicate process because the CBD is very oily, and especially when you're getting straight extract, non-synthetic blends. I don't mess with synthetic blends. It's got to be straight extract. It's got to be organically grown. And when you have that CBD and you put it into the chocolate, it makes the chocolate a little bit more oily, so blooming stands a lot better chance. So it's a real delicate process. You got to make sure you have temperatures right, and we make a lot of them. We make tons of them. So I've made about 1,000 of them that was supposed to be at Scarborough Renaissance Festival, just to get through the first couple of weeks, and we'd made thousands more candy bars and gourmet bars and CBD infused bars. But since everything got held on hold, I've got my chocolate in storage right now, meaning it's getting cooled in like one of our refrigerators. It's staying cool there. It hasn't really been that hot, so it's some of it I've just left in the storage boxes because the temperature is fine right now in the house. But let me show you what some of the stuff that we're going to be selling. This isn't all of it. It's just a couple of little things, and I want you guys to take a look and see what you think. All right, so what we've got here, if you'll take a look, we've got the little dragon hatchlings, right? So this is great for the kiddos. Again, we sell these at the Renaissance festivals. This is white chocolate. This is Belgian white chocolate, about the highest of the high-end chocolate you can get. And I mean, let me tell you, it absolutely tastes sensational. You can take a look at that little guy, his little tail there. But he's a little hatchling. We sell the dragon hatchlings for just I think $3 to $4. But it's pretty thick. It's definitely a pretty thick piece of chocolate there. And then let me show you. I was talking about the blooms. So this is what happens. So when you get a fat bloom. So this guy probably came out perfectly, but because the temperature isn't perfect, you can kind of see the little white glaze on there. There's nothing wrong with the chocolate on this little guy. You can eat it. It's just fine. It just doesn't look as appealing. You can see the fat bloom coming out there. So that's what happens when you don't get the temperature quite right. You can still sell it. It's just fine. It just doesn't look as pretty. It's not as fancy, but you can see the back there. But yeah, so you get that little white glaze. That's the fat in the chocolate kind of coming to the surface. We may have overheated it just a little bit. And I have quite a few that way that I noticed, and I think it also might be due to the temperatures. You know, here lately, these guys might not be reacting to temperatures that well. So I'm going to have to keep these guys nice and cool, cooler than what I've been keeping them. So to kind of maybe keep that from happening. But they have bloomed. It doesn't look great, but hey, they're perfectly safe to eat. Perfectly great. You won't notice anything in the flavor. I mean, still fantastic. It just doesn't look as fancy. Now what we got here is our prize here. This is our CBD infused chocolate. As you can kind of see there, that's it. And this is the milk chocolate. We have it in dark chocolate, and we have it in the milk here with the CBD infused. We also sell ganache jars. Ganache is what you get in the middle of like chocolate truffles. So this is a 3-ounce handcrafted artisan chocolate bar. You can see it's you know, CBD there, 80 meg inside the bar there. This is CBDragon Sweet Shop. That's the name of our shops at the Renaissance fairs, and you can come there and buy this little guy. He ranges, because it's CBD, I use 1200 meg CBD in this. It's organic, so it's a little bit more expensive CBD. It's pure, so you can actually buy these from us. I think our prices on the CBD bars, you only really need 1 or 2 squares, and it'll last you for 4 or 5 hours. You can buy these. I think we're selling them for right around $10 to $12. It's right in between there. Now, mind you, this doesn't have THC content. It doesn't have any THC into it. It's actually underneath the 0.03 threshold of THC. So you're not going to get high. You're not going to get any kind of, you know, what do you call it, hallucinogens or anything of that nature. You're not going to get high. You're more going to get the body high. And it's just a calming effect. It's great. People use CBD, you know, in straight tincture bottles. They use it for, you know, anxiety, depression. There's people that use it for Crohn's disease, the pain, like the inflammation and pain due to Crohn's disease. It calms it a bit. My wife actually uses CBD straight tincture for migraines. It doesn't relieve the migraine, but it'll help relieve the symptoms of the migraine. A lot of people use it for restless leg syndrome. Works amazing for that. You know, as I mentioned, like anxiety, definitely, because it has that euphoric kind of calming effect. You just don't get you don't get anxious when you have CBD. You just don't. You're very calm, and you're still of sound mind. You know, as you are now, as you are on CBD. You're not high. It's not anything like that. It's just your body. And why these are great at fairs is because CBD works so well with inflammation. It increases oxygen to white blood cells within your body. Which of course, that's what attacks disease in your body. It attacks, you know, inflammation, things like that. So that's why it kind of has that effect. And also it increases oxygen to the brain, which is why you get a calming effect that doesn't lead to that reduces anxiety and depression. So yeah, so that's kind of a brief rundown of like what CBD does. And since it's mixed in the chocolate, I will say this with the chocolate. CBD has a tendency to overpower the chocolate. So when you make CBD, you have to get it just right. You're going to taste in our chocolate, if you see us out at Renaissance fairs or you see us where we sell locally, you're going to taste the CBD in the CBD bars, but you're also going to taste the chocolate. The CBD kind of comes as an aftertaste in our chocolate, and it's still strong. You'll definitely notice it, but you'll notice how rich and delicious the chocolate is. It's just amazing, amazing chocolate. And so we just wanted to put a combination of something together that would be, you know, tasty, higher end, it wouldn't be just, Hershey's chocolate. Not that there's anything wrong with Hershey's chocolate. Hershey's chocolate's awesome. But it doesn't mix well with the CBD. It doesn't mix well. It's just the CBD just takes it completely over because there's just not as much rich flavor. So, yeah, that's kind of the rundown. Like I said, you can find us on Instagram. You can find us at CBDragon Shop right there. Just look that up on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. We will be in the new expansion area in October, hopefully, if everything, goes right with this coronavirus. In the expansion area, the Medici Field, I believe it's called the Texas Renaissance Festival. So you can find us there. You can swing in, say hello to me and my wife, and get yourself some gourmet chocolate. Even if it's blooming like that little guy, you can still eat it. He's just fine. You can get it to the kiddos. It's just fine. It's just fat. It's just the fat content in the chocolate that's surfaced on top of the chocolate. But yeah, you can come see us and get that good stuff. And while you're checking this out, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing and also clicking on that little bell so whenever I get new videos up, you'll be the first to know. We would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's a brief rundown of what we kind of offer. Again, there's more bars. We have more flavors here, which I'll tell you about in just a second here. So yeah, to end the video, I mean, some of the chocolate we have dark chili infused chocolate candy bar, which it's dark chili and dark chocolate. Then we have white chocolate. We have white chocolate and lavender candy bars. We have standard milk chocolate, standard dark chocolate. We also have milk chocolate and almond in there. Let's see what else we've got. We've got quite a few. We also have with our ganache jars. Let me say this before. The Dragon Hatchlings only come in milk and white chocolate. With our ganache jars, which is great, you can dip pretzels into, you can dip strawberries into, you can take it home, you can store it up to 6 months as long as you got it in your refrigerator or something like that, or a decent temperature, 70, 80 degrees in the house at all times. You can leave it out, whatever. We have milk and dark chocolate in the ganache. We also have CBD infused milk and dark chocolate for the ganache. I mean, absolutely great to pour over like ice cream and gelato. It's amazing. You just pour it right over. Oh, it is so good. It's amazing. That's just kind of a brief rundown of what we sell or what we offer. And you can come out and see everything that we have. But that's some of the goodies that we're going to be offering and we do offer at the Renaissance Festival. So hopefully this whole coronavirus thing will kind of get over with so we can get out there and bring some of this goodness to you. And please come by and see us. Like I said, please like and subscribe, and I'll do my best to try to keep making more videos during this lockdown with a whole hell of a lot not going on. All right, wash your hands, take care. We'll see you next time.